Hello, dear students. Today we're going to discuss a past paper problem from AS Physics Unit 1 Uncertainty. So the question is about a metal sphere, and the expression for its mass is given as m equals pi d cubed rho um, by 6. Okay, so what you have to do is the value of density is given, the value of mass is given, and the percentage uncertainties are given. So first of all, you have to find the diameter. So first you'll make the diameter as the subject of the equation. So it is 6m over pi rho. And then you have to, in the next step, you have to take the cube root. So it will be 6m over pi rho. Okay, now you have to plug in all the values. The mass value is 7.5, pi is 3.142, and the density is 8100. And you have to take the cube root of this. Okay, when you solve it, the answer you got is 0.120922. And of course, you have to round it off. So your answer is 0.121 meters. So that's the answer. The next part is you have to use it answer in one and data in figure to determine the value for the D when it with its uncertainty to an appropriate number of significant figure. So actually you have to write the diameter along with its absolute uncertainty over here. Okay, so we have got D. Now what you have to do is you have to find the uncertainty. So as we can see from here that the percentage uncertainties are given. So, and clearly when you look here, it is the case of multiplication and division. So what you'll do is you'll simply add the percentage uncertainty. So we'll say that the percentage uncertainty in D is equivalent to 1 by 3 because cube root is having a value of 1 by 3. Cube root of, and there are two things that have the error, like this mass and the density, and the error is 4% and 5%. So you'll simply add them, 4% plus 5%. So you got the answer of 1 over 3, 9. So it is 3%. So it means the percentage uncertainty in diameter is 3. Now, it is like this, delta D over D into 100% equal to 3%. Now, what you do is make delta D as the subject, shift 100 to the other side, it is 3% over 100. And then again, shift this D to other side as well, it will be multiplied over there, 0.121. And now you have to solve it for delta D. Okay, the answer comes out to be 0.0036. Okay, so this is the uncertainty. Now the thing is, we have to write delta D over here, and it is always written in one significant figure. So you have to round that off. So it is 0.004 because you always have to write uncertainty in one significant figure. And then the measured value should have same decimal places as in absolute uncertainty. So in absolute uncertainty, there are how many decimal places are there? 3 decimal places are there. So what you do is you write your answer up to 3 decimal places, 0.121. So that's all, you got your answer. There was a next question. This question is pretty much simple. Cylinder is having a mass of 0.24 kilogram and cross-sectional area is shown. A force of 8.9 Newton is acting at an angle of 30 degrees to the disc, and the disc's mass is also given. So find the total force acted by disc on the ground. Like how much total force disc is exerting on the ground. So clearly you can see that the total force that disc exerts on ground consists of weight of disc plus component of 8.9. Why component of 8.9? Because 8.9 is not acting vertically downward. You have to resolve this 8.9. So when you resolve this 8.9, the first component that you got adjacent to angle is 8.9 cos 30. That is actually accelerating, that is actually acting in forward direction. And the other component that acts downward is 8.9 sine 30. So this is acting downward. So this is the main thing. This 8.9 sine 30 is acting vertically downward, and the weight also acts vertically downward. As both of them are acting in the same direction, so what you do is you simply add them. So for weight, it is 0.24 into 9.81. And for the component of force, vertical component, it is 8.9 sine 30. So when you add them, you will get the total force, which is 6.74944. So the total force is actually 6.7, you can say 6.7 Newton. So that is the only force. So the main thing here is that you have to look for, like, the weight is vertically downward, so you have to look for the vertical component of the force, which is 8.9. So don't make it that only 8.9 is acting in downward direction. It is acting at some angle. So you have to find the perfect vertical component of 8.9, that is 8.9 sine 30. Thank you, students.